Yes. This is the Geek Protagonist, and very busy, but I did want to get out a quick review. Sorry if you hear some noise. I am taking out some garbage. So, this is a review about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. No spoilers, if you're wondering. More of an overview and things you would already know. So one of the things that I picked up on, it happened in the first film, and it definitely stands out in this film. Sorry about car noise. That they definitely took some beats from Sonic X, which Sonic X, contrary to some people's belief, was actually kind of popular. Kind of like the old Mega Man anime cartoon. Some of my D&D friends think that the song was silly. The opening song to the show, I actually liked it and it fit the series very well personally. But, you know, just like anything else, it's artistic, it's subjective. So, you have a situation with the humans. They have something to do. And you have Sonic. And he's living his life. And it's kind of just, you know, picking up a little bit after where they left off. But Sonic is doing this whole Blue Justice thing. And you've seen that in the trailer. And he's trying to teach him, James Marsden's character is trying to teach him some real deep life lessons. And it was very heartwarming, very touching. I liked how they did it. And you get the Sonic is, you know, typical teenager, going wild, having the powers, doing everything. Actually living his life, living it pretty well. And chaos ensues because you have Robotnik returning. And actually it's very cool to see how Robotnik makes his moves, does his thing. As well as it's also very interesting to see where everybody goes. So all the characters, I think, were much better than they were in the first film. Like, it felt like there was improvements. People brought their A game. It's like the jitters got out in the first movie. Now the humans are off doing their own thing, but it's good. It shows that the human, you know, life didn't stop. But it's very interesting on why. Situation ends up being Knuckles and Eggman end up joining forces, as you've seen. Jim Carrey puts on another stellar performance and actually was better than the first time. And there is some just awesome work. So basically, because you've noticed from before the fight with Sonic, it has more power and stuff. Like, the fight was just epic between these two, Knuckles and Sonic. Like, it's Knuckles has a reason. They made up some story, but it's cool because it harks back to the first film. And it kind of makes you go, huh, so that's what was going on, kind of thing. And it kind of plays back, and it's a deep story, long thread. Nice touch. Now, Tails, I also enjoyed because within a very short period of time, they're able to establish why Tails is the way Tails is towards Sonic. And it made sense. And by them making the story its own thing, but yet keeping the core elements to the characters, I think that's why this movie works so well. And comparative to what's going on, the character depictions are spot on. There's characters who've never existed before. They're now in the series. And they kind of have to deal with too. And I think that's great. And you see how Sonic has to handle things by himself, away from his family. And Tails, they played up Tails' genius. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, and I do apologize for speaking calmly. It's like 2 in the morning. Don't let my voice inflection tell you. I love this. Like, this film was awesome. So, the trick with Knuckles and Sonic and everyone, the thing a lot of people don't realize about Tails is incredibly smart. As a matter of fact, the last time I checked the IQs, Tails is actually smarter than Eggman. Eggman is one of the smartest characters in fiction. Eggman is up there too, actually. If I'm not mistaken, both are smarter than Lex Luthor, who is the smartest person in DC. Marvel's a little different. A lot of people, it's funny how people overlook that. Marvel actually has smarter characters than DC does. For example, Spider-Man's IQ is actually higher than Lex Luthor's. And Spider-Man is not even top 5 smartest person in Marvel. So, yeah, there's that. But Tails is incredibly smart. And it shows throughout the film. It shines in very subtle ways. Knuckles is Knuckles through and through. The focused warrior. The things. Idris Elba. Just phenomenal. The work he put in. So, Knuckles has a reason, which is a little different from Sonic and Knuckles, the original game. But Knuckles has a reason why he's beefing one Sonic. And it's great. There's deep history that builds very quickly. And by them making it their own, it works. See, that's the trick about these. You gotta find your balance. And I think they perfectly have. They've been able to keep the core of the characters who they are. Like I said, it reminds me of Sonic X. Yet, be able to change it enough to make it where it doesn't feel like, I hate to say this because I thought the movie was fine, but because of the game it made it less fine, Ratchet and Clank. If you did not play the game, the movie was great. It was a good, solid video game adaptation. The problem is it was like watching a YouTube when you don't want to play a game or you can't buy it but you want to know the story. You watch a YouTube movies. That's what Ratchet and Clank is like. This isn't like that. Sonic has to go on a journey, and it's something deep-seated and deep-rooted with him, which was nice. And Tails is there to do the Tails things as they should. And it's action-packed, oriented, beautifully done, really cool. Eggman shows and really shines in this as well. And you do get to see the care and the love that the humans have and Sonic has. So it still is about the family. Vin Diesel family. And with it, there's a lot of steps that were taken and it's very much appreciated. They knew what they had on their hands and they made it work. The comedy was spot on, funnier than the first movie. The story to me was stronger than the first movie. The action was better than the first movie. And all around, this movie being 2 hours and 2 minutes, all the kids in there were completely engaged. The people were engaged. We were all reacting. It was fun times. We had a great, grand old time. This Sonic movie then had the audacity to get better and better as it progressed. There's some hard video game references, and it was so just great. So I personally, and I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, that's why I'm being very cautious on my words. I Did like the fact that, as you've seen, Sonic and Knuckles and them have a lot of power, which is different from the games. Like, they actually exemplify power. So I thought that was interesting. Um, and Knuckles ain't someone to trifle with. Knuckles is very focused. Idris Elba just killed it. Yet, it was like he channeled everything that was Knuckles. If you're a Knuckles fan, you know what I'm talking about. How Knuckles' personality works. How he's very warrior focused and very driven, but he doesn't think outside of his tunnel vision all the time. And because of this, sometimes it makes Knuckles very gullible for a lot of things. And as such, you get to see this play out multiple times through the film. But Knuckles is also like a true threat. And Sonic has to let him know, like, nah, I'm Sonic. I don't play these games. So, all in all, oh, and like I said, the humans, you actually get to see the strength and the bond of them. And this is an alternate dimension Sonic, just like if you ever read the comics, you know there's Sonic Boom is different from the Archie comics, which is different from the video game. They're all Sonics, but they're different. So that's really cool. So all in all, the movie was fun. The action was great. There was video game references. Everyone brought their A game. There was something I really, really, really wanted in the film, and they actually did it for me, which made it even better. Something about the military guys. You'll find out. I was hoping it was this. The after credit was great. Yes, there's an after credit. That's no spoiler. I'm not telling you what it is. And if you already figured it out, good. If you didn't, don't worry. You'll love it. This reminded me of Sonic X in all the proper ways. Everything about it, the way they introduced, everyone felt like they had a good amount of screen time and they were utilized perfectly. And the story, as it kind of goes on the road, they start to do that collision course. So that's all I can really say without doing any spoilers. I haven't been doing spoiler videos lately just because I haven't had time to sit down and do it or do my Power Up review. I just want to kind of get it out there. Like I said, I'm only monotone because it's very late and I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to get this out there. This is a definitely blow my mind. It might be my favorite movie of 2022 so far, if that's any indication. And I love the Batman. The Batman was my original favorite. But this one actually took the crown. Like, I wanted to watch this movie again as soon as it was over. I loved every second of it. It was awesome to see Knuckles and to see these characters live action and be done so well and so much justice. And I think other video game movies, some of them, need to take notes. Detective Pikachu was a very strong outing. I still like Rampage. I don't care what anyone says. I thought that was a strong outing. Tomb Raider was a strong outing, even though there, some stuff I have not seen Uncharted. But that's what I had to say. Definitely check this film out. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the first one, watch the first one. This one is even better. It like builds on what was already the foundation that was set there. That's the best I can do. Critics, they don't like it because this is made for the fans. This is the Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real, and I'll see you.